Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. It is our Wednesday evening call. We are going to be going over all sorts of fun, good, juicy stuff this evening. If you're watching after the fact, thank you for watching. Lindsay and I have kind of made social media a large part of our business. And it's actually gotten both of us really very far. We have a lot of people on our team that were people that we met through social media. So it's been very lucrative for us. If you're going to be a coach that does like super well, there's not really any way that you can meet people face to face and be able to get the kind of numbers that you need in order to sign people up to be really successful, like some of the top coaches are. So we're trying to emulate kind of what the top coaches are doing as far as our social media and moving forward. So we were talking, Lindsay and I were talking about a subject for tonight, and we wanted to talk more about the importance. So our social media is our storefront. Our social media is how we show the rest of the world how we do things as Beachbody coaches. We show them that we're doing personal development, that we're doing our workouts, that we're, eating well, that we're, doing all this stuff. But there's also another portion that maybe we haven't touched as heavily upon that's super important, that causes people to really have a lot of trust in you. And that is adding value to their lives. So Lindsay has some points in which she's going to let us know ways that we can add value better to people's lives. So without further ado, Lindsay!
So if you've listened to this week's National Wake Up Call, then this is going to be old news. Hold on. No one ever calls my house.
I was going to say, are they the breast cancer awareness people again?
I don't know. This just said Lodi. So yeah, I have no idea. Okay. So this, I listened to this week's National Wake Up Call today. It was available today. It comes out every Monday. And I listen as soon as I can, because I'm always listening to these when I'm getting my makeup or doing my makeup in the morning. I'm listening in the car. I listen at lunchtime if my husband's not here. Sometimes he's here and I can't, but today I ate lunch by myself. So I listened to this call, and then I talked about, I listened to it again so I could write down the points. So, and it really reminded me that, this adding value is an important part of this business because, you could, unless you want to be one of those yucky salespeople, this is what you need to do to make yourself stand out. So the kind of recap for this episode says, your influence is a powerful tool. People want to trust you, relate to you, and feel as though they know you. This is what influences them to join your challenge groups and eventually your team. And so Anita Myron, she's a top 10 coach, if you don't know her. She's kind of had a lot of personal tragedy this year. And so you can see it in what she's done in her business and how she really went from, being a business-focused, signing up coaches and trying to get them to advance and, help them hit Success Club. But you can see in her posts, and then also Emily and I have a little insider information being in the Diamond group. So you all want to be in the Diamond group for Team Play Hard. Ellen shares stuff from this other group called The Wall. And I noticed recently that Ellen shared a post from Anita Myron that talked about adding value to people's lives through one way is through your challenge groups. And she's found a lot of success in that recently by getting really quality coaches because she's provided them with a really valuable experience. And so that is why, yes, it takes extra work. It takes extra time. It takes extra research. It takes, really stretching your limits here to try to create something valuable. And so that's what we mean by adding value, because we say it all the time, but I feel like a lot of times it's like, okay, yeah, add value. What does that mean? Well, what she says is the biggest way to be successful is to offer value. And so be valuable to people. On your social media, create a page that people will come back to refer to. They'll want to check in and see what you're doing. They'll want to see, what new things you've posted, because they might miss what you're doing, and they crave seeing what you have to offer. Yes, Emily.
So this really goes back to finding out who you are as a person. I don't want somebody that has no idea about cooking to be sharing recipes, to be honest, because it's like, oh, well, but you guys know what I mean. You need to find your wheelhouse, something that you're damn good at. Are you funny? Then do that. Do you like, inspiring? Do you like to inspire? Like, that's another really valuable thing that you can do for somebody, is just be like, you can do it. Every single day, come out with, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So you need to find out what's about you is kind of value adding, and then put that into your social media. So like, we have some, aspiring people on our team that are really good at cooking and things like that. Make some fun, clean recipes and post them on Instagram and Facebook and hashtag them clean eating, eating clean, whatever. Your people will come to you because people are looking for clean eating recipes. So
I've talked about how, one of the top coaches, Meg Wazinski, she posts like these Shakeology energy ball things that she makes. And I've seen her post the same picture and the same recipe over and over and over again. She posts it all the time because it gets so many people, so much interaction every time. People were like, oh, I want the recipe, So maybe you posted it one time and you didn't get a lot of, interaction. Try again in a couple weeks, because lots of people, they haven't seen your stuff before, and, or they might not have noticed the first time, or you might be catching it in a different way. That's why, having like a business page through Facebook, or having a business account on Instagram is actually really helpful, because you can see analytics of like what posts get the best engagement, what posts, how many people have seen them, and when is the best time to post things. And so you might just be not posting it at the right time, and that's why, if you post something in the morning and it kind of flops, delete it and post it again at night, because if it's something you really want people to see, why the heck not, That's actually.
Do you remember though? I was just thinking about this. Do you remember? I came to the Alturas Super Saturday and I made pumpkin spice Shakeology balls. Do you remember? Yes. I need to recreate that recipe and share it with everybody.
I know.
Thank you.
We totally. We didn't write it down or anything.
White chocolate chips and cranberries in it, right? Is that right? And cinnamon and pumpkin. I don't remember, but I'll figure it.
I know. Make it up. Like today, sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Today on my Insta story, I posted how I was eating a Justin's peanut butter chocolate Reese's type thing. And I wrote, I really need to, actually make these out of Shakeology one day and make them healthy, and so that's kind of my little accountability post right there. Because I've seen it posted everywhere. I mean, this stuff is really easy to find. Just Google it and actually do it. The new Fixate show. Oh my God, make something from it and post it. I mean, there was that contest where we could have done that, and I didn't do it because I flaked. But, I just didn't get around to it. But I need to. We all need to.
You guys, if you have somebody that's starting the 21-day fix, Neil got on and was watching that Fixate show, and I was like, oh, turn it off. Anyway, there was a really, really cool episode where Autumn just meal prepped, and she showed how she meal preps. It was fantastic. So what a cool tool that we could be able to, somebody that's just starting out the 21-day fix, be like, hey, not only can I help you meal prep, there's this like step-by-step guide with the creator, and it made it look easy, and I was like, maybe I could even do that.
Exactly. We have so many tools available to us through the Beachbody blog. Is amazing. I share stuff from it all the time in my challenge groups because it has such great content, and I mean, you can't go wrong pointing back to our own company. I mean, so I have a list of 5 tips that I got from the call, but I'm going to jump to number 4 because we are already talking about it. But number 4, offer free groups. Oh, she's talking about that again. Free groups. Yes, offer free groups. It's a great way to build trust and earn respect. Add to your network, have people join, have them, invite 3 to 5 people. Then you can friend someone easily. You don't have to pay for this. You don't have to pay, because sometimes you pay for different types of things. Like, remember how you used to pay like $1 to have a message go to someone's inbox or something that you weren't friends with? I haven't seen that anymore, but now it just kind of gets filtered. But this way, it doesn't cost you anything. No ads or anything like that. This is free. Just have people join your free group. Put the link to the free group in your Instagram profile and have people request to join. Super easy.
I also saw in my Instagram feed, I was just scrolling through, and there's sponsored ones now. I just saw it was Raina Odell she had a free 10-day clean eating group. And as I'm scrolling through my thing, it's picking out that I hashtag things like fitness, all that stuff. She must have chosen some of the hashtags and had it in my Instagram feed that she's doing a free clean eating group. And I was like, that is genius. Because how many people are scrolling through Instagram and have no idea how to eat, but are working out all the time and not seeing results? So,
yeah, a sponsored post like that. I haven't gotten there yet, but it's on my list of, doing one. But it doesn't have to be like a call to action, like, hey, join my Beachbody team. Like, just, come up with different ideas like that. So the other part of that, number 4, is what have you experienced success with? What are you good at? And same thing. So use that as kind of just a good idea. I did a push-up challenge group. It went pretty good. I kind of, it ended at Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend. And so, and everyone in there was pretty much already in my health bet or on our team, by the end of it, which was really great. And so it worked out. So I wasn't too concerned about, letting them down in that way. But so, okay. So I'll go back to number 1. Okay. Number 1, work on yourself. This is about adding value. What do you want to improve in your life? I see Christy. Christy, are you there?
I am.
I use you as an example now. So I love the text that Christy sent me. I'm going to find it and read it. Hold on. Thanks to Beachbody. Okay. Christy says, in the last month, I've started being more careful with what I put in my body. I've started a PD book, my first one ever, and I've started getting up an hour early to work out and read. This has totally made me feel like the mom I've been wanting to be instead of the rushed, hurry to get out the door to school mom. I just need to figure out how to convey that in such a way that others will want to be part of it. This community is so inspiring. How awesome is that? And so you think of it that way. What do you want to improve in your life? What do you want to change in your life? Christy is getting up an hour earlier to get all these things done that she's always wanted to do. That's exactly what I wanted in my life. I always wanted to be one of those people that worked out consistently, but I didn't have a system that really helped me. I always wanted to be one of those people who, was excited to go to the gym, had an energy to, to eat healthy foods and chase my kids and do all these things that I'm doing now very easily. And so that's something that I just, you want to convey. What areas in your life do you want to improve? And then you talk about them. You talk about how you are changing, because if you want to attract those that need a change, you need to change and you need to share that. And so I really loved that little quote that she said. If you want to attract those that need a change, which that's what we're looking for, that's who I was, and that's who I'm always trying to reach, are those people who need to change. And so I'm changing myself, and I'm sharing how I'm changing because I'm looking for those types of people.
So this is also a huge indication that, like, you're looking for your tribe, right? People that are like you. What did you need when you were before Beachbody that you got from personal development? A lot of times, I need to find myself a really good book. Or when I'm reading or listening to a really good audiobook, a lot of times I'll write stuff down and I share it on my social media because I know if it's touching me in that way, it'll be able to do the same for somebody else. So I was reading Brene Brown and Ben Sincero and that stuff, and it made like a huge impact in my life, and I wanted to be able to share that. It changed my life, and people need to constantly be seeing that I'm a work in progress. So
that, in my opinion, is the difference between Beachbody and all these other companies out there, because the value that we offer extends beyond the sale. You know what I mean? We have the whole package. We're offering the support beyond that. And so you really want to share what this has to offer and how this is really truly impacting your life. And so yeah, that was her tip number 1. Tip number 2, do a program from start to finish. How is the journey affecting your life and your family's life? You'll build your confidence and it becomes a reality for other people. So if you are sharing this on your personal profile, you're sharing how this is changing you, and you're sharing what kind of impact this has at you, it really shows people what is possible for them. And so that's what, that I think that's really been a huge part of my success, is that people trust me and see this change that I've had. And they always tell me how happy I look in my pictures, or how, they wish I had my energy and, all these things. And so they've seen this change, and I've documented it. And so you want to show people what's possible. You want to inspire action through your results. Stories, facts tell, stories sell. And so you always want to be telling a story. After this part, I want to share, kind of a schedule that I've been looking at for sharing on social media. But I mean, I see some coaches that share a story or their own story every single day, literally every single day. They share their transformation. And so I have a couple tips too to kind of make that really easy. But yeah, you really need to be sharing transformations of the mind, of the body, of, every part of your life. I mean, share it every single day.
Well, we should be getting more followers consistently. So there's people out there that have not seen what you've put up to this point. Do you know what I mean? Unless they go back and creep through your profile. But
usually doesn't
lots of people don't. They just follow you, and then they're going to see everything from now on. So you need to make sure that you're consistently talking about this stuff.
Yes, and so every Tuesday, you need to post a Transformation Tuesday. Every Thursday, you need to post a Throwback Thursday. Every Friday, post a Flashback Friday. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like weight loss, It can be, of your face. It can be of, like your demeanor in a picture, It can be of, anything. I mean, financial too is always good. All right.
A lot of I've done some Flashback Fridays, and I didn't look that different, but I was completely different up here. So you're telling a story consistently. You talk about, and we're talking about change. For me, the biggest change has been 100% up here. And if up here hadn't changed, my physical wouldn't have changed and my financial wouldn't have changed. Do you know what I mean? So it all kind of ties together, but you guys need to talk about the transformation upstairs as well, because I think that's the most powerful one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so tip number 3, be a value-producing machine. Post things that will benefit, motivate, and inspire other people. Recipes, experiences, your grocery haul, mini workouts, make it personal to you. Be the type of page that you'd want to follow. What kind of, who inspires you and why? What pages, do you really like to look at and why, and make it your own. I mean, yes, this does take a lot of work, but it's worth it. You can't expect people to just come banging on your door if they don't have a reason to contact you. If you post a recipe or something like that, something of value, you need, Anita had talked about how you need a story for someone to basically like a conversation starter, something for them to refer to in your conversation. So something that basically, it's like just kind of a starting point for the conversation, if that makes sense. I can't remember how she worded it exactly. You hear my kids yelling. Sorry. Okay. So, I mean, if you seriously, we've talked about this before too. If you just go to like a webpage like BuzzFeed or, Women's Health or something, like I got my push-up challenge stuff from, I think, fitnessmagazine.com. And I posted that every single day. If it's just an easy way to have kind of spark some inspiration for you to either send it to somebody or post it on your page. So,
like,
all right, so we
bodybuilding.com, fitness, like all the different fitness magazines, Shape, all of them have stuff online there's so much content out there, you guys. And this is another opportunity for you as a coach to grow, right? Because if you're learning this stuff to share with people, you're getting to be a much better coach. Nicole, I think you posted about soreness in the upper back. Right?
Yeah. I have someone that I know that, like I said, that I saw their post on my challenge group and they were asking about it. And like I said, I was just like, I kind of started looking, but then I was kind of afraid about like giving the wrong advice.
So that would be, but as you learn this information, you have a new little tool in your tool belt, right? So that could be something that you post about, like, hey, I've been working out quite a bit lately and been kind of sore. This is something I just learned about. Like, did you know the benefits of foam rolling are, or whatever. So consistently, as you're finding these questions that other people have, because health and fitness is not like open, close, portion control, all of it is pretty in-depth. We know a lot more than just the everyman at this point. So you need to share that information, and then you will be that person that people turn to when they want health or fitness advice. Right? Right. So, and Lindsay's back with her last tip.
Sorry, my kids are being super loud.
Mine are too.
There's a spider, apparently. Okay. And number 5. There's a spider on his bed. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, stop. Okay. Now this is okay. Okay, so number 5, create a valuable experience for your challengers, because the thing that Anita Myron had talked about is she kind of went away from the model of, really promoting her challengers, and she was really working on focusing coaches and helping them get Success Club and all that. And she found that she wasn't having success with coaches who were sticking in it for the long haul. And so, if you know who she is, she had a really traumatic experience lately, and and so she kind of stepped back from the business side a little bit and just kind of refocused everything in her life. And so she talked about how she really started focusing on her challengers and providing them with a valuable experience. And so now most of her most recent diamonds they started as challengers, and she's been able to really foster that, to give them a really valuable experience, to really inspire them to, move forward in their business in a better way. And so, hold on one sec.
So she was also saying that her challengers, though, are now those people that are consistently hitting Success Club, that are, really great coaches because they believe fully in the product, because they've seen it, they know it works. So that was her number one value add, was challenge groups and making them amazing. So do you guys have any questions about any of the stuff and Lindsay was I think she's got, in our file section in our page, there is a value adding post thing, where it just has 30 different ideas as far as adding value to people's lives on your social media. So that's just a glimpse at what you can do as far as moving forward and adding more value. But Lindsay was going to post a posting schedule. So I'll have her do that in our group page. Any questions, concerns, thoughts? Everybody like the idea of adding more value to people that follow us? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, me too. So I'm actually talking about self-development and stuff. I'm starting and I'm getting a nutrition certification. So I will be like a valuable box of information, and I have to be, learning it myself. I'm going to try to teach my followers as much as I can about nutrition, because I'm excited about nutrition. It's my thing.
Back.
You're back. Spider dead? Brooke?
Well, we had a major boo-boo. Okay.
Brooke, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to mention I just sold a challenge pack earlier this weekend. And it was a gal that's been following me for over a year. And it turns out that she was in the area, so we got together. And she was reciting posts that I have made, and I've completely forgotten about them. And they've impacted her so strongly that it's really kind of laid out her path up until this point. And it was just so shocking to me that she was remembering those things, and I inspired her, and it impacted her so much that it's changed her whole lifestyle. And I mean, now she's starting Shakeology and the workouts, and she is intending on becoming a coach in a couple of weeks. But it was crazy to me to think that it had made that much of an impact, that they would recall and recite things that I had written on Facebook over a year ago.
That is so cool and powerful, Brooke. That's amazing. I love it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
That's why I had someone tell me, she goes, as soon as I hit 130 pounds, I'm going to be a coach. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you just, the journey is the inspiring part. People aren't inspired by perfection or, six-pack abs or anything like that. Like, I mean, when I see those posts now, like, I follow I'll follow a lot of people on Instagram, but I don't really have a chance to really follow them, you know what I mean? But sometimes I will be scrolling my newsfeed and people just post like body goals, and it's like some picture from a magazine, and it kind of like is like icky to me. It's like, you know what? This is about so much more than that, than body goals, and it's just,
A lot of this journey for me has been learning how to love me exactly like who I am at this point in time. And for so long, I didn't love myself, and I didn't love my body, and I hated my stretch marks. And so one of the things on my social media I try to portray is that you can love yourself regardless of how you look or your size or your whatever.
Go ahead, though.
I just think that social media anymore. I was listening to Ask Gary Vee this morning, and he was talking about how everything's kind of gone from TV. Do you guys remember when we were kids and everyone would sit around the TV and like watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy? Like everyone was around the TV. Nobody does that anymore. I mean, very few people. Everybody's in their phone. Everybody's on their laptop. So this is our opportunity right now as business people to show an amazing, like, not to be like entertaining, like da 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 da, but to like really make a change in somebody's life, like Brooke was just talking about. Like somebody that has followed her for a year and then that remembers her posts. You guys need to remember things like that when you're posting stuff, and really try to put your best foot forward and inspire people as much as possible. And the way that you're going to inspire people isn't by being perfect. It's by being honest, right? Honest about your struggles. Honest about the fact that like for Emily, I'm not going to get up at 5 a.m. to work out. Like I'm not that person. I wish I was that person so hard. But I try to be honest 100% on social media. And I feel like that's been a lot of like my success. People are like, you're so candid. You're so real. Be honest, give value and not just value like just to be like whatever, but stuff that you feel passionate about or things that you're, good at or whatever. Right? Right. Any other comments? questions, concerns? Lindsay's back.
I've been listening. My kid, yeah. Pepper's poor nose is, oh man.
Ruh-roh.
And Si's upstairs crying, I don't want to be in trouble.
Kids are the best. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording now.